But yesterday, over 27,000 A's fans spent a special day celebrating Oakland Hall of Famer Ricky Henderson with a bobblehead down commemorating stolen base number 939. Unfortunately for the A's, the Rangers came out swinging with 3 big flies to take Game 2 and even up the series. Today it'll be Gio Gonzalez's turn to slow down the Rangers' potent bats. Gio has had success in his last 4 starts versus Texas. The boys from the East Bay look to lasso their Western rivals next, only on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Oh, we have Sunday afternoon baseball from the Overstock.com Coliseum. It is an absolutely gorgeous afternoon, and Gio Gonzalez will take the mound for the A's, and he will be opposed by another left-hander, Matt Harrison. So that is your pitching matchup, and it is Game 3 of the 4-game series, the Texas Rangers and the Oakland A's, coming up on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's baseball. Along with Ray Fosse, I'm Glenn Kuiper. Well, we learned early in the series on Friday night just how good the A's pitching is. Well, yesterday, Ray, we found out just how good this Texas Rangers offense can be. They scored 11 runs.
You know, it starts at the top. Ian Kinsler can hit a lot of home runs leading off. They have a very balanced lineup, 1 through 9. They have the speed at the top. They have the power at the top. They have the power in the middle. They can do pretty much anything they want to do. And, of course, great pitching is going to stop them. But Michael Young, one of the best, hit the home run yesterday. But Brett Anderson, unfortunately, did not have his good stuff, and it showed, unlike Trevor Cahill on Friday night. But this is a power-hitting ball club. Matt Bosley is their hitting coach, who's with the A's for 5 years with some good players, but he knows that 1 through 9, these guys can do some serious damage with their offense.
Only the Cleveland Indians have scored more runs so far in the American League. So that'll be the job for Gio Gonzalez. Slow down the Rangers. Gio very good in his first 3 starts, so-so in his last 2.
Fastball and curveball, that's Gio. Sunday afternoon baseball. He likes afternoon baseball. If his curveball is working like it should, forgetting about those numbers in his last 2 starts, he's got Dallas Braden back to get in his head a little bit before the game, but also throw the hard curve, let the fastball go, see what happens, especially with an aggressive hitting ball club.
So Game 3 of this 4-game series set to get started. We'll have lineups and first pitch from the Coliseum in just a moment. It is Scout Day here at the Coliseum. Hundreds of young scouts down on the field before the game. Stick around. We'll be back.
Check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today.
Well, Gio Gonzalez is ready to go, and the A's trying to bounce back from the beating they took yesterday. Sunday afternoon baseball on a gorgeous day. Game time weather brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Admissions free. Boardwalk is open for spring break April 16th to May 1st. 77 degrees and not a cloud in the sky. So shirt sleeve weather today at the Coliseum. Let's take a look at the Texas Rangers lineup for this afternoon. And that man right there, Ian Kinsler, is going to lead things off. Kinsler will be at second base. And then it'll be Elvis Andrus, Michael Young, the DH, Beltre in the cleanup spot, Cruz, Napoli. Napoli will play first base today. Murphy, Torrealba, and Moreland.
No doubt Gio Gonzalez trying to bounce back after his last two starts, and when she went a total of 11 innings, but gave up 9 runs, unlike his first 3, which he was near perfect, giving up just 1. But Gio can look back to last August the 7th here at the Coliseum. Picked up for the first time in his career double figures in win. His 10th win last season of his 15th came against the Rangers right here at the Coliseum.
Behind Gio Gonzalez, he's lined up like this. Willingham in left, Crispin center, Jackson in right. De La Roche at third, Pennington at short, Ellis at second, Barton at first, Kurt Suzuki is the catcher. Gio Gonzalez is ready to roll. Mark Ellis, good to see him back in the lineup. And Ian Kinsler steps in. So we're set to go. Rangers won on Friday night, or the A's won on Friday night 3-1. The Rangers won yesterday 11-2. There is one more game in this series tomorrow afternoon. So a 4-game set. First series of the year between these two teams.
Well, it's already good that Doug Eddings has a lower strike zone, the first 2 umpires to this series. First inning could be big for Gio because he's facing 3 very good hitters. Power and Kinsler and Anderson Young. And if he has to get to the 4th, it's Beltre. This would be a good way to start the game for him to get out of this inning unscathed. 1, 2, 3 and set the tone for the day.
2-1 to Kinsler with 5 home runs, 12 RBIs, and that's a strike. So the count even at 2-2. Kinsler, a .233 batting average.
4 pitches, 4 fastballs. This pitch called by the home plate umpire. Doug Eddings said he went around, pointed with left hand, and a strike 2 call.
Breaking ball bounced in the hole. La Roche bobbles, picks it up, throws low, dug out by Barton, and that's out number 1.
Well, the last 2 starts, Dallas Braden has been, and he's still on the disabled list, but not in the house. And so he is back, and let's see if this, something that we've been accustomed to seeing this before Gio takes the mound. Dallas is back, and let's hope that's a big help for him, if nothing more between the years, just psychologically, to have Dallas Braden, who is definitely a big supporter of his. Hope to see Dallas back. He is starting to throw a little bit. He's miserable since he's on the disabled list, but that's understandable.
First pitch to Elvis Andrus is low, 250 with a homer and 11 RBIs for the Rangers shortstop. He's 3 for 8 in this series. A couple of walks. He's scored 3 runs. Rangers with a 16-11 record. They have a 1-game lead over the Angels in the AL West and a 3-game lead over the A's. They're 5-6 on the road, 11-5 at home. So they finish up the month of April 16-11. Drive to center, but room for Coco Crisp, who goes back, and he's got it.
In the Dodge Charger, keys to the game for Gio. Beware of the tough Ranger offense. We've detailed that, but Gio has the stuff to be able to go after them. And you have to be strong defensively against the Rangers because you cannot give them extra outs. And definitely solo home runs help, but not enough to beat the Rangers. That was the case yesterday, 2 solo home runs. But that pitch, we talked about it earlier. When Gio throws a good fastball, 2-0, threw it inside to Elvis Andrus at 94, popped him up.
So here's Michael Young. Good performance by that man yesterday. Colby Lewis got his second win of the year. Eight innings, just a couple of earned runs.
Talking to Mike Maddox, his pitching coach, and the in-game adjustments that he made. Impressive on Colby Lewis's part, but also for Mike Maddox. We've seen Ron Romanek do that with the A's pitchers, and that's what good pitching coaches do. In the case of Colby Lewis yesterday, he made some big changes. There is the veteran pitching coach, Mike Maddox. Third season, came from Milwaukee, and of course, about 3 years now when his brother goes in the Hall of Fame first ballot. Greg Maddox, he'll be leaving wherever they are.
Breaking ball, strike three called. Michael Young knew it. Side retired, so Gio Gonzalez, a 3 up, 3 down, top of the first. A's come to bat in the bottom of the first. And look at the Athletics lineup for today. Chris, Barton, Jackson, Willingham, Suzuki, Matsui, Ellis, Roach, and Pennington. It's good to have Coco Crisp back in the lineup.
Matt Harrison, he's in the bullpen last year for the Rangers, faced the Athletics out of the pen. But he is back in the rotation where he's had success. When he pitched against the A's, he was perfect. 3-0 as a starter his rookie season. 4-pitch pitcher, not really overpowering. It's a straight fastball that top at about 91 with it. Now, if Coco gets hit in the hair, it counts as a hit batter.
Sure it does.
It's an extension of his body.
It's drilled left center field. Cruz is not going to get it up against the wall. So Coco Crisp, second pitch he sees in the ball game, a leadoff double.
Push the helmet down. And you know, doesn't affect his speed either. But welcome back, Coco. And you know, you could say that as they try to go inside with a fastball, he turned on it, and no doubt there are clubs that underestimate the power of Coco Crisp. Or it is Oscar Gamble back to the lineup. But you know, sometimes it's important not to rush a player back when he's hurt. And I think with the case of Coco Crisp, who relies on his legs, his speed, and just the ability to run, they took their time, gave him an extra day. Could have been there yesterday, but they didn't rush him. And let's hope he can stay healthy now the rest of the way.
Derek Barton, 209 with 5 RBIs so far this year. So lefty versus lefty. We've seen Coco steal third base plenty of times, so we know that he has no problem doing that. Yep, takes a strike, and it's an 0-2 count. Connor Jackson in the on-deck circle. A's trying to jump out to an early lead.
Something that Derek Barton did a lot of last year. Runner at second, nobody out, bunted, and it's usually, in this case, a left-hander. He feels he might not be able to pull the ball, which is ideally what you want to do, righty or lefty.
And Harrison, 25 years old. Rangers looking for a big year from the young left-hander. He was part of that trade with the Atlanta Braves for Mark Teixeira. Turned out to be a pretty darn good trade if you're the Texas Rangers. They got Elvis Andrus, Neftali Feliz, who that's enough right there.
Exactly.
And Matt Harrison's part of that deal as well. That was right at the trade deadline in 2007. 2-2 pitch, and now full count.
That's a great point, Cat, because you have a team that might be struggling a little bit. In the case of the Rangers, had Mark Teixeira, a prime person to help the club maybe take that extra step. The Braves are hoping for that, and great scouting by the Rangers. They were able to notice these young players who were young at the time, but have developed into World Series players, as was the case last year with Andrus very important at shortstop, and Feliz, of course, the Rookie of the Year and closer.
Barton checks his swing. Did he go? No, he does not. So 2 on and nobody out. Let's look at the defense for the Texas Rangers today. Cruz, Murphy, Moreland in the outfield. Beltre, Andrus, Kinsler, Napoli on the infield, and Yorvi Torrealba again behind the plate. So here's Connor Jackson. Early RBI chance for Jackson. He's 3 for 7 in this series with a couple of doubles. So Harrison in early trouble. That's low, but you know, talking about that trade. And if you're the Braves and you're in the thick of a pennant race and you have a chance to get Mark Teixeira, even though it ended up being a rental player, but still, you're trying to get to the postseason. So you can see why the Braves did it, and the Rangers, they deserve credit because they made a good deal. Outside, 2-0 to Jackson.
Unfortunate thing for whichever team had him last, they knew once he got free agency he was going to be gone, or at least somebody was going to offer him a lot of money. So Mike Maddox out quickly here in the first inning, as Harrison is staying primarily with a fastball. So all fastballs to Derek Barton after starting 0-2, and then walked him. And he is a 4-pitch pitcher, and sometimes you kind of get away from the other pitches, relying on just the primary pitch, which is a fastball.
See that note? It is reminiscent of Gio Gonzalez. Matt Harrison, pretty good in the first 3 starts, but not so good his last 2. Really, it's his last start is when he really took a beating. He gave up 7 earned runs in 3 innings to the Blue Jays and lost 10-3.
And he can say, so what? Everybody else does too.
That's true.
Especially those guys. Blue Jays can pound the baseball.
A bit low, 3-0 to Connor Jackson, with Josh Willingham waiting in the on-deck circle.
Connor Jackson's not going to be swinging 3-0, but if he does throw a strike, Harrison, he'd probably throw the same pitch, same location, 3-1. But you want to be aggressive, but also a little bit patient. It's just the get me over a fastball, 3-0. This is where hitters will come out of their shoes a little bit, trying to do a little bit too much maybe with the 3-1, but that combination of patience and aggressiveness is so important in this situation.
There's a shot, and it's just foul as Harrison tried to get in on Connor Jackson, and Jackson got around on it. You see A lot of teams do that to Connor Jackson. They try to pitch him in, trying to jam him.
He is quick, as he has shown with his quickness inside. It pulls the hands in. He was just a little too quick.
So full count.
Right against Tyler Chatwood in Anaheim. Fastball inside, and figured he's going to pull the ball foul, but he did keep it fair for his first home run.
Runners do not go, and the pitch is sliced down the right field line. It is a fair ball into the corner. 1 run scores. They're going to wave home Derek Barton. Kinsler's not going to make a throw, and it's 2-0 Athletics.
Well, everything positive about the at-bat by Connor Jackson. Pulled the fastball inside, then gets a pitch away from him, slices it down the right field corner, and Moreland had to let the ball roll around a little bit. All the while, after he picked the ball up, Mike Gallego was setting Derek Barton, who clearly saw the ball was going to drop. Coco could score easily. No confusion this time. And both runners able to score, and Connor Jackson continues to swing the hot bat. 10 runs batted in now.
So still nobody out. Here's Willingham. Curveball called a strike. Doug Eddings, the home plate umpire.
Let's see. Let's take a look. Derek Barton and Coco Cripps sitting next to each other.
Four home runs, 15 RBIs for Willingham. Changeup outside. The A's finished the month of April with a 13-14 record, so they game under 500.
You know, you can look at that very positively, considering watching the 27 games. And sure, there were some good ones, but there were some games that A's did not play well, did not have the offense with excellent pitching. So 13 wins under those circumstances probably will take them.
2-2 the count to Willingham with Kurt Suzuki in the on-deck circle. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Count remains 2-2. A's are 5-6 at home and 8-8 on the road. One more game in this series, and then the Indians come to town.
And guess what?
They're hot.
They won again.
They win again? Yep, 5-4. They were losing that game early.
I'm just glad they're going on the road because they are hot at home. Is it 12 or 13 at home?
They've won 12 today, makes it 13. Yeah, 13 straight home wins.
They lost the first 2 to the White Sox,
that's right.
Pounded badly, and have won 13 straight at home. Last night's game, they had the 3rd largest walk-up crowd in their new stadium's history. Had over 11,000 walk up to watch the game, and another come from behind or win in 13th inning.
Down the left field line, but that's foul. Well, right now they're the best story in baseball.
Yeah.
See, what did the Phillies do? And I asked that because coming into today, the Phillies and the Indians tied for the. That's right, Phillies play tonight. So right now, the Indians with their win 19-8, that's the best record in the American League, and it's May 1st.
And they started May just like they finished. Whoa, what a jump.
He would have made that, I do believe.
Yeah, but they start. I mean, a lot of times when you turn the calendar, you know, things happen in a negative standpoint. In the case of the Indians, not. But Connor Jackson got a walking and then a running lead. Unfortunately, with a 3-2 count, Josh Willingham had to try to foul off the pitch, which he did.
So another full count pitch to Willingham. It's a fly ball. Right field. Moreland's back. This should be enough for Jackson to tag and go to third, and that's exactly what he will do. So it's a productive out for Willingham. So Suzuki will hit with a runner at third and one out. Here's our true story brought to you by McDonald's. September 12, 2008. Matt Harrison faces the A's right here at the Coliseum. He picked a 5-hitter. It was his first career shutout. Rangers defeated the Athletics. So that was, again, September 12th of 2008.
How many of those players that he just finished off are still with the A's?
Probably not a lot. I saw Jack Hanahan.
So Rajay Davis. Hanahan will be in Tuesday night. What a great season for the Cleveland Indians. Playing very well.
Suzuki. Foul ball down the right field line. He's going to get it. See if BI can get the attendance in Cleveland today. Again, Ray was talking about last night. The total attendance, 26,000. A little over 26,000 last night. So that's great for them because they have really struggled with attendance really for a while now, especially this year.
Well, average a little bit under 10,000. So that's not very good, but, you know, you win, they'll come out even the tough times economically in the Cleveland area.
Infield in for Texas in the dirt.
Slow computer. Can we look it up on my phone?
One and one to Suzuki. Breaking ball into left field, and that's a base hit. Andrus with the dive cannot come up with it. Jackson scores, and the A's have a 3-0 lead.
Now there's your infield in, which is perfect. Get the infield in. Kurt Suzuki gets an off-speed pitch, the breaking ball down and in, and takes advantage of a drawn-in infield and the base hit, a ribby. So since Malia was born, he's got 3 runs batted in 3 games.
Right.
Man, you guys are rock stars.
So Matsui steps in and he takes a pitch outside. 27 pitches for Matt Harrison so far. He's only gotten 1 out. And even that 1 out advanced a runner. 2-0. So we're told not a big crowd today, right? 14,000 in Cleveland.
A getaway day. You know, a lot of excitement from last night to carry over, day game after night game. Yeah, we already got a BI.
Action in the bullpen.
Yeah, this says a lot right here. And detail the last 2 games for Matt Harrison.
He's given up 2 doubles, a walk, and a single so far.
And this is a page out of Tom Kelly when he managed the Minnesota Twins, and pitchers struggle early, even though Twins, like the Rangers, good offensive clubs.
Tom did not mess around.
No. And the one thing that he also did, and you see managers do it also, that if a pitcher's on the mound and he gives up some runs and his club comes back and scores runs, take the lead, they give it back up. See you later. They're not going to.
Well, that's kind of the ultimate sin.
Yeah.
Runner goes. Throw to first and now back to second, and Suzuki is out, so Harrison gets Suzuki. 1-3-6 on the caught stealing, and that's the second out. So Matsui will have the 2-2 count, and the bases are now empty.
And that might have given Harrison a reprieve.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Because Bush warming up, and Matsu had kept this inning going. And now it's 3-2. So I don't know if Kurt Suzuki was just kind of going on first move because Harrison was not paying that much attention to him. But left-hander can always change his direction, throw to first, as we've seen some of the A's lefties do.
Strike 3 called. So that's how the inning ends, but the A's get 3 runs on 3 hits and a walk. 2-run double by Connor Jackson. So on to the second inning, 3-0 A's.
Wings, sliders, hot dogs, popcorn, and beverages. All this for just $99 per person. For more information, call 510-638-GO-A's or visit oaklandathletics.com/mini-suites. It's a good deal. Okay, if you can get Jack. And,
yeah, get them all out.
Some friends out there. Have just a wonderful day.
Make sure I'm working that day, huh?
Saw Jack up here. He didn't want to stick around the booth too long. Thought he was going to come in and join us for a while.
Well, he was in search of a hot dog, maybe some popcorn.
Didn't have to get on the elevator to do that. Just walk over behind the
That's exactly
press
right.
box there.
Going to get in his seat. Section 113.
Down the front row.
Beltre fouls it to the right, and the count is even at 2-2.
Well, Jay, on his first inning of work, this being his second start of Beltre, but a good fastball inside 2-0 to Elvis Andrus to pop him up, and then a freezing curveball to Michael Young. He walked away knowing it was a strike. So a good first inning for Gio, something to build on in this game, especially now with a 3-0 lead.
Curveball off the foot of Beltre. Beltre 269 with 7 homers and 22 runs batted in. He's 3 for 9 in the series. Scored a couple of runs, has knocked in a run. Pops this one up. Barton and Ellis come together. Mark Ellis calls off Barton, and that's out number 1. So Beltre is retired, and that'll bring up Nelson Cruz.
Batting in the 5th position, left fielder, number 17, Nelson Cruz.
So Cruz will hit. He had the big hit yesterday, a 3-run homer right down the left field line.
And talking to Kurt Suzuki, the catcher, yesterday, catching Brett Anderson, trying to work him through a difficult day in which Brett did not have very much. And instead of the fastball inside to Cruz that you normally see at about 93, 94 was far below that.
Yeah.
And that's the reason he was able to turn it and hit it into the seats with a 3-run home run. Normally Brett throws hard enough inside. Hitter can't do that.
0-2 to Cruz. 7 home runs, 18 runs batted in. Mike Napoli, another powerful right-handed hitter in the on-deck circle.
Started to. Much better curveball from Gio. Threw it hard. Almost got the swing from Cruz.
Fastball down the right field line. That is going to reach the seats. The Rangers with 25 hits combined in the first 2 games of this series. There's the breaking ball in the dirt. Cruz swings and misses. And that's out number 2. Second strikeout for Gonzalez.
And that's where Kurt Suzuki said, throw it hard, I'll block it. He threw it hard. He got the swing. Kurt blocked it perfectly. And a strikeout. Throw him out at first base. And Gio, first 5 hitters, any indication, he's back. Especially with the velocity of his fastball and his curveball.
First pitch strike to Mike Napoli in the outside corner. So Gio in this inning jumping ahead of the hitters. That's good to see, especially with a lead.
Exactly. And that's also the important pitch for him. Right-hander with a fastball outside, hit in the corner.
Right there, bang with another fastball, 94 miles an hour. Now you can do just about whatever you want. Oh, 2 to Napoli. Runs the fastball away. Napoli hit his 6th home run of the year yesterday to right center. Looked like Napoli lost some weight. No?
Well, I saw him in the clubhouse, and he was very happy to be wearing the Rangers uniform. Not happy to see another great curveball from Gio, but still, Gio perfectly thrown.
A couple of strikeouts for Gio Gonzalez. I know that kid. I know all those people.
Where's his teeth?
Overstock.com Coliseum.
Hey, is it still 1-0 the Sharks?
Ellis, LaRoche, Pennington. Bottom three in the A's order. Matt Harrison, for his sake at least, needs a quick inning.
Yeah.
He threw 32 pitches in that first inning. He was not sharp.
You know, the one thing that Scacciatoriamo did with Suzuki, and at least he started mixing in some curveballs. His first hitters, nothing but fastballs, and A's did a good job of taking the pitches, especially ones down low. I think any pitcher that faces the Athletics have a pretty good idea that if you miss, they're not going to be swinging a lot of bad pitches.
Ellis shoots that one to Kinsler.
Doing black and white.
Kinsler with the backhand. So one out here in the bottom of the second inning. Introducing at CSN authentic in-game hashtags. Where else would you rather be today? Post your comments on today's game and use the hashtag Sundays. SUND AS will be retweeting the top comments, and you could win an authentic A's prize. Play along with at CSN authentic in-game hashtags Sundays. Here's your hashtag for today. Andy LaRoche in the lineup today at third base. 12th start for LaRoche. And this is game number 28 for the A's. His 5th start at third base. He's made 3 at short, 3 at second, 1 at first. So he has indeed been the utility man. Beltre can't get it, and it's by him down the left field line. LaRoche is going to have to hurry. The throw is offline by Cruz, and it's a 1-out double for Andy LaRoche.
And if Adrian Beltre cannot stop it, it's got to be a hit. He looked back. Something must have happened because he went after the ball thinking he was going to catch it. And this strong arm, see if it hits something that bounces away from him. Just took a funny spin. He just stayed up. The ball stayed down. So it was more of the top spin of the baseball off the bat of LaRoche. So as he did yesterday, got a couple of hits. A double and a single. 2 hits for LaRoche, playing second base at third today. A 1-out double.
Grounded to Andrus. LaRoche will go to third. Pennington is retired. So 2 outs. And we'll head back to the top of the order.
Now batting, center fielder, number 4, Coco.
So Coco Crisp, who started the A's half of the first inning with a double to left center field and then scored. We see the importance of having Coco Crisp in the lineup right away.
Well, look where he's positioned in the batter's box also. Jeez.
Why wait around,
That's
huh?
right.
First pitch, he lines it to left for a 2-out RBI hit.
Well, I just started to say about his positioning in the batter's box. There was a changeup from Harrison, and a lot of times guys will get up close because they want to get the breaking ball before it breaks. Coco is as far front as you will see a hitter. Usually they try to stay back as far as possible to see the ball longer. But Coco, seen 3 pitches, he has 2 hits, a run, and he's driven in 1.
And you see how hot he is. 12 for 18.
In the game he missed, he had 1 hit, going for 4 consecutive 3-hit games. He comes back and he has 2 in his first 2 at-bats. You know, that's a big run for the A's. They're up 3-0 coming into the inning. But you don't want a pitcher to get comfortable thinking that he can settle down and shut down an offense. So the A's coming back and getting a 2-out hit to score a run, making it 4-0.
Barton with a shot down the right field line. That's going to get down for a hit. Coco Crisp being held at third. Mike Gallegos waited as long as he could, and I think he made the right play by holding him up. It was good third base coaching. He was watching the whole time, and then he waited as long as he could before he put up the left arm.
Well, Derek Barton pulled it down on the corner, but this time Moreland got to the ball. And the key here is that Coco Crisp was running hard to Mike Gallegos. That's what a third base coach wants. And he is running thinking he's going to score. Running hard, looking at his third base coach. He rounds the bag, and then Mike puts up the stop sign. And you're right, a smart play, because he would have been thrown out at the plate. But you saw a shot of Ron Washington. As soon as that happened, he's got that hand running. Let's go, get somebody up fast. Let's go. Because the inning started relatively easy for Harrison, but Wash got back to that third base coaching job of waving the arm to get somebody up. And
it's Bush again.
Bush again.
He was up in the first inning, so it will not take him long. So 4-0 the A's, 6 hits in the game, and boy, a hit here could really, really do some damage.
And maybe the return of Coco Crisp in front of Derek Barton has helped him, because a walk, very good walk on a 3-2 pitch, and then first pitch hitting double.
Breaking ball is high to Connor Jackson. .43 pitches by Harrison, and quite frankly, very few have been quality pitches. Jackson way out in front of that one, down the left field line. So 1-1 the count. 6 hits for the A's. 4 doubles already in the game, and the A's have done a good job. Lots of doubles this year. Not a lot of home runs, but
well, one of our keys of the game, solo home runs don't beat the Rangers, but a lot of 2-out hitting, a lot of hits, doubles, driving in runs. With runners on base, you don't need the home run. Just keep driving them in.
just off the plate. I think if Harrison doesn't get this guy, I think he's gone. Jackson sitting on a 3-1 count. And that's a strike on the inside corner. So full count.
That's like Connor looking outside, the fastball inside. Torrey Alba, who had set up outside, caught it perfectly, keeping it in the strike zone.
Went in there again. It was way inside, and Jackson was able to get a piece of it and roll it foul.
The limit for a pitcher in this situation, you mentioned probably correctly that if he does not get Jackson out, he's going to be out of the game. So 3-2. Do you give in to him and here's your fastball? Because if you try a breaking ball and you miss and it's a walk,
you're out.
You're gone anyway. So that's where Connor Jackson, good fastball hitter, can think about the heater. The slider took it nicely.
And it's a walk, and the bases are loaded, and Ron Washington is coming out. So that is it for Matt Harrison. And he just simply did not have it today. He was up 6 hits, 2 walks, and 4 runs so far in an inning and 2/3. So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. pitches today. A's have knocked him out.
Now they give him credit trying to go to the slider to get the strikeout. An out from Connor Jackson. Good take by him. And David Bush facing Josh Willingham. Not overpowered with the fastball, more of an off-speed pitcher, and especially with the bases loaded. Willingham see a lot of sliders, curveballs, changeups. First pitch fastball. Surprise.
Willingham with a fly ball to right field in the first inning. David Bush signed as a free agent at the end of January, so a late sign in this offseason by the Rangers. He's 31 years old, 7th year in the big leagues. Toronto, Milwaukee, and now the Rangers. Had a couple decent years in Milwaukee. 06 he was 12 and 11. 07 he was 12 and 10. Now this is as a starter. In 08, 9 and 10. The ERA always kind of high for David Bush. Probably not a bad guy to have as your long guy.
We saw the tantalizing slow curve that Willingham took for a ball, and so he likes to rely on pitches other than the fastball in these tough situations. It's going to be a fastball inside here, though. Look at the target up and in by Troy Alba, and that's when Bush steps back. Go over it again. It's kind of hard to throw much of anything but a fastball inside to a right hand if you're a right-handed pitcher. Unless you throw a front door slider or cutter, which Bush does not throw a lot of.
Crisp at third, Barton at second, Jackson at first. A's trying to bust it open. Curve, and it stays inside. Missed the target. That probably hurt Bush getting that call. So 2-2 the count.
See where Troy Alba set up outside, and that's a dangerous pitch for a slow curve to stay inside.
Willingham got a fastball and fouled it back.
Well, this was one of the bright spots yesterday as Trevor Lewis left a fastball up to Josh Willingham, his 4th of the season. But a solo home run by Kurt Suzuki, and that was the extent of the offense by the Athletics.
Bush is ready, so is Willingham. Strike 3 called down around the knees. Pretty good pitch by Bush. The A's get a run and leave them loaded. So all A's through the first 2 innings. They lead 4-0. Scout Day at the Coliseum. Hundreds and hundreds. Well, there had to be 500-600 kids, maybe more. I don't know. Scouts walking around on the warning track, all around the playing field before the game. And they got a nice day, so I hope the Scouts enjoy the ball game.
Sure they did. Probably walking around seeing Gio with his headphones on. So what is this guy? He's pitching today and he's got his headphones.
Sure.
Got his music playing.
So the A's have had base runners all over the place. They got 6 hits. They got 4 runs in the first 2 innings. And Gio Gonzalez on the other side has retired the first 6 with 3 strikeouts. Kurt Suzuki, cat quick up behind the plate, and he almost pulled it off.
Well, the ball hit straight down and spun out in fair territory, and Kurt grabbed it with the spin. It's not a matter of, it's kind of where he is with the line, and it's called a foul ball, but maybe with the hitter standing there. Let's see if we can see. Probably was going to spin backwards anyway, so he's trying to grab it in fair territory.
Breaking ball stays inside, and it's 3-2 to Murphy. He'll be followed by Torrealba and then Mitch Moreland. So a couple of left-handed hitters for Gonzalez to face.
It should be a 3-2 fastball challenging him. And Murphy probably thinking the same thing.
Overthrew it, and it's a walk. So that's the first base runner for the Rangers. And that'll bring up Yorvi Torrealba.
Well, we've seen the A's pitchers having to pitch a lot with not a lot of run support. I think they've done a very good job. Now Gio today with the 4 spot. You have to learn how to pitch with a lead.
And there's an art to that.
Yeah, and same intensity, and just go after the hitters. Otherwise, you don't. This ball club, the Rangers, can make it a very close game very quickly.
Torrealba takes up and away. .289 with 3 homers and 7 RBIs for Torrealba. 3 hits in this series. A 2-run double late in the game yesterday. Torrealba getting a 2-year contract from Texas. He's been around a long time. Started with the Giants. 10th year in the big leagues. Seattle, Colorado, last year San Diego.
And the one thing players like, especially a catcher, and played a lot of years, they like the warmth. And so with him signing was from Colorado to San Diego. Colorado, of course, can be a little bit cold. San Diego, pretty good climate, but Texas, he knows the heat is going to be there. And they like it.
Yep, line drive to Ellis. Torrealba was out.
Keeps the body loose, especially as a catcher. You catch a lot of games.
Batting in the 9th position, right fielder.
That's right. You'll stay loose down in Arlington.
Yeah.
Moreland.
Arlington has certainly looked attractive to a lot of teams this year from a weather standpoint, as we've seen some tough weather this year, and we've seen games played in very, very cold conditions. Maybe a little bit more so than in other years. Want to know to Mitch Moreland. Moreland playing right field today. Two for 7 in the series is Moreland. Moreland saw him make his major league debut last year. He ended up getting 145 at bats for the Rangers. And what he did is he had a terrific postseason. He had 348 in the 16 postseason games that the Rangers played.
Watch this hook. Starts right after him, buckles the knees, and breaks over perfectly in the strike zone.
Fastball, swing and a miss. So that's strikeout number 4 for Gio Gonzalez. All right, here's our Subway Eat Fresh Ask Glenn and Ray question. Jared from Windsor asked, do the starting pitchers get to choose the uniforms for that game?
Yes. And Gio likes the alternate. He liked the alternate black jersey for a couple of years. And as soon as the gold came out, he said, hey, there's quite a few championships in these gold jerseys. They liked them last year. Kurt Suzuki even said he liked the gold pants. He said, no, they look better with white.
I agree.
That was a nice throwback last year, but the gold alternate is a very nice touch and kind of brings back a few memories from the 70s when the A's wore the Kelly gold, Kelly green, and the Fort Knox gold. There you go. And the wedding gown white, only on Sundays. That's when Charlie kind of stepped in. Charlie said, what? He'd call Frank Sinchek and say, Frank, I'm going to wear gold today. Okay, and gold jerseys would be out.
Not going to argue with the man.
Nope.
Pennington makes the nice play. Kinsler retired. Leadoff walk, but no damage done. Kurt Suzuki will lead it off in the bottom of the 3rd. Three in the first, 1 in the second for the A's. And knocked Matt Harrison out. Started for Texas. Rangers going to their long man David Bush, who struck out Josh Willingham with the bases loaded to end the second. And I'm sure Ron Washington is going to want David Bush out there for a while.
That's why I like to have somebody in the bullpen can do that job. Hopefully you don't have to use him that much. But in those rare occasions when you need somebody, you like to have the innings eater.
Suzuki swings and misses.
As positive as Ron Washington is, Thad Bosley is hitting coach. He's got to be thinking for a pitcher, and that's probably why Wash brought Bush in so early, knowing they have the offensive capabilities of coming back in a game. The key is long man, get the ace and score.
The throw by Andrus sails over the head of Napoli, and Kurt Suzuki will be at second base. It was a routine ground ball, but you could tell right when he let it go that he airmailed it.
Well, it's that casual play. He threw one Friday night that was in the dirt and then corrected himself. But this time, just a routine ground ball, plenty of time. And, well, that release point, he held on. Or Kessler let it go a little bit too quickly, and Mike Napoli's not 6'10", could not reach it. And those are the unnecessary errors that an infielder gets.
Fourth error in the series by the Rangers. They have made 23 errors on the year. It's the second most in the American League. The A's have made the most. First pitch to Hideki Matsui is outside. Matsui called out on strikes to end the first inning. Strike. 1 for 5 in the series. Changeup by Bush. Angels just finished off a win, 6-5 over the Rays. It's another tight game in St. Petersburg, but the Angels win it. Dribbled at the plate. So that was a 4-game series. I take that back. That was a 3-game series, and Angels won 2 out of 3. Now the Angels will head to Boston for a 4-game series starting tomorrow night. They will do it. Taking 2 out of 3 from the Rays. So with that win, the Angels are now 16-12.
The Angels were swept by the Red Sox in Anaheim. They go to Boston, as you mentioned, tomorrow, and they're finished for the Red Sox for the season.
First week of May. That one's fair, right down the left field line. So Suzuki will score easily, and Matsui with a double.
Cue shot. He just cued the ball, and all of a sudden it was past Beltre at third. Look at the location of this pitch. Down and away. He also looked like Ichiro. This is Matsui. This is Godzilla. Ichiro would do this often, but he'll be explaining this shot to the Japanese media traveling with him. I'm sure they were taking pictures. And how did you do that?
It wasn't his prettiest swing, but the results were good.
Got the job done perfectly.
So RBI number 13 for Matsui to make it a 5-0 game. So the A's take advantage of the error by Elvis Andrus. Mark Ellis grounded out in his first at bat. That was leading off the second inning. Curve is inside, 2-1. Make it 1-1.
Situational hitting again. Matsui, although didn't pull the ball, got the runner in from second, and that's versus Matsui stands with nobody out.
Hit toward first. Napoli has it. He was playing always off the line. Ellis is retired, but Matsui goes to third. And Mark moves a runner over.
Now you want to see a classic, a great example of a guy inside out swing of the runner at second. Nobody. Watch this. What a great job. I mean, you could take a picture of that and you could teach a lot with that swing. That's exactly what you do, how you hit the ball to the right side. Watch the hands. Stays inside the ball. That is just a great job and a great shot by our Tommy Cam. Mark Ellis giving himself up. And again, that's a statistic I think never happened, but should be. It's an over, but a team out, if you could say that, because he got the job done with a great swing.
Andy LaRoche, chance to knock in a run. Rangers bring the infield in. That hits LaRoche. Well, another base runner for the A's. They've had 11 base runners in the first 3 innings.
Torrealba with the flexion of the right elbow, and then he got the left knee of Torrealba. Straight down. Shin guard overlaps the knee, which helps, but it doesn't help. Not enough of a protection.
So here's Pennington, who bounced out to short.
Allows the infield to move back. Sets up a double play possibility.
So an error, a double, a hit batter, a ground out. More chances for the A's, and that one's driven center field, and that's going to fall in for a hit. Pennington knocks in a run as Matsui trots home. So it is 6-0 A's.
Runner at third, less than 2 outs. We say it often, but for a hitter not to open up, and Mark Ellis got the runner to third, and watch Cliff Pennington. Watch the front side, stays closed and just serves it out to left center. If he opens up and rolls over, it could have been a ground ball double play.
So still only 1 out. 8 hits now for the A's. Hottest hitter, Coco Crisp, steps up.
That ball going in because Hideki Matsui just scored his 1,500th run combined, Japanese and U.S. baseball. 1,500 runs scored. I think the baseball is okay. Maybe that ball is going into the dugout for Matsui. Give him the plate.
That's right.
Playwood probably has an extra home plate. They're throwing all kinds of baseballs over towards the A's dugout. Pick your own. Pick what you want.
Here's the red hot Coco Crisp. Coco with a double and a run scored in the first, an RBI single in the second. He's got 12 hits in his last 18 at bats, and he's got his average up to 301.
He called the ball. He went to his mouth. He called the ball for third base. Ron. It's really simple.
Ron Washington's coming out to chat with the home plate umpire. If there was call was made, I don't know. He's arguing with Doug Eddings.
The first pitch was called a strike, so no argument there. I wonder if something happened with the baseballs that were being thrown out. Because I saw one go, and I thought maybe that was because the run scored, and then another one went over. From the mouth to the ball without wiping.
Yeah, you can moisten your fingers with your mouth, but you have to then wipe it off. If you go directly to the ball after that, then it's going to be a balk. All right, let's watch. Licks his fingers.
He wiped it.
He wiped it off. He did. So all you have to do is just make some effort to just wipe it off in your pant leg.
And nothing's, it would be a ball, but nothing's on the board.
Yeah, I did not see any kind of balk call made.
So it's 1-1. So they called a ball for not.
A ball. Yeah,
it's a ball, not a ball.
It's not a balk.
Right.
It's a ball. Okay.
But he clearly wiped his hands.
So the count is 1-1, and Coco drops a foul. Now let's watch again. Now just what? Does he wipe his hand on his pants after licking his fingers?
It'd have been the third base umpire would think. There's the strike.
Well,
the third base umpire did it because the umpire behind the plate called a strike and then put up 1-1. And it should have been 0-1. So then he pointed to third. So it was Paul Nart who evidently saw or thought he saw Bush not wipe his hands.
Hit hard to Kinsler. Andrus has got the double play and the side is retired, but a couple of runs scored for the A's, and they lead 6-0 after 3. .30 bases in a season at the age of 20 years or younger. All right. Gio Gonzalez with a 6-0 lead. Andrus, Young, and Beltre for the Rangers. Rangers do not have a hit yet. They've had one base runner. It was a leadoff walk last inning.
Well, Gio's got a lot of time in between innings. Kind of a good news, bad news for a pitcher. Good news, he's getting run support. Bad news, he does have to sit around a while. So it just, the adrenaline, do whatever you have to be able to take the mound and pitch aggressively, especially with the offensive support.
Outside 3-1. Andrus hit a fly ball to center field in the first inning. Fastball to hit there and fouled it back.
This is a great hitting opportunity. 6-run deficit. You're hitting 3-2. Sit on fastball.
He couldn't get to it.
Exactly.
Oops, one right field. That may be trouble though, and it's going to fall fair. Andrus drops one just inside first base line.
But it still says a lot about Gio's velocity of the fastball, and a hitter, a good fastball hitter, would look for it and not be able to get around on it. Placed it perfectly. Mark Ellis shading him slightly to pull. A long run for him. Same for Connor Jackson, and that just is a ball that neither second nor right fielder could get to.
So a leadoff hit. Here's Michael Young. Young dribbles one foul, goes after a first pitch breaking ball. Young struck out looking in the first inning. Goes after a fastball and misses it. Right up the middle. Ellis on the backhand. Flips to Pennington, and they get the out at second base. Gio spins around and ends up down on the ground. Terrific play by Mark Ellis. Let's hope Gio's okay.
Well, he's stretching. Must have hit the ground hard with try to reach back. Well, unless he jammed his left hand to the ground trying to brace himself when he fell. He goes back to his left trying to field the ball. And then awkwardly went down. It does not look like, though, that anything was affecting his arms. But he was the way he was stretching. But Mark Ellis, meanwhile, makes a very good play. A little shuffle over to Cliff Pennington, and he tried to turn a double play. Taking a base hit away from Michael Young.
And he twisted that back too.
Yeah, because he did awkwardly reach back. Well, his brother Gonzi is in town from Hialeah, Florida, to spend the week with him. So I'm sure he is happy watching his brother pitch and hopes that he is okay. And there's his stretching. So something, and you think that, oh, now he's, oh boy, left side, you don't like to see that. He's stretching out, so maybe reaching back, he kind of twists a little bit, the oblique area.
First pitch low to Beltre. Beltre popped out in the second inning. On deck is Nelson Cruz. Popped up again. Martin looking up into that sun, and he now drifts over into fair territory, and Beltre is retired.
If you're looking for a way to entertain clients or employees, why not check out the Barbecue Terrace? The Barbecue Terrace includes a catered pregame meal and a game ticket and a private lower box seating area. For more information, call 510-638-GO-A's or visit oaklandathletics.com/groups. That's the view that you get from the Barbecue Terrace. The eye ahead of Gio Gonzalez finishing that and going over towards first was not good.
Cruz swings at the first pitch, bounces out, the side retired. Bottom of the fourth coming up. A's 6, Rangers nothing. in the bottom of the 4th inning. Barton, Jackson, and Willingham. David Bush back out there. These have scored in every inning. 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. Walking a double for Derek Barton. Side corner strike. Brandon McCarthy will pitch tomorrow. He's going over the scouting reports.
It's a big start for him against his former team.
Yeah. He may not come out and admit it, but or maybe he will.
Well, I know he's very happy to be pitching for the Athletics, getting a chance to be the 5th starter.
Fastball, and Barton takes it looking. So that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th.
Now batting.
Here's our AT&T trivia answer for today. Who are the last 3 players to steal 30 bases in a season at the age of 20 or younger? One of Ray's old teammates, Claudell Washington. And Ricky Henderson in 1979. Elvis Andrus did it a couple years ago as a rookie.
I got Claudell in the big leagues very early in his career.
He was 18 or 19 when he had it.
And in the hospital in 1974 waiting for surgery. And Charlie called me and said, "You're going to be out a couple of weeks. I'm going to bring this kid up from Birmingham named Claudell Washington."
That was 74?
Yeah.
Really?
And 75, lost Catfish Hunter. Charlie decided we're going away from pitching and defense to offense. And so Claudell played left. Joe Rudy played first. Gene Tenna's caught.
So that cut into your playing time, and that doesn't make me very happy.
Considerably.
You still had some years left, huh?
Now batting.
But no, Claudell's a very good player. Local from the Bay Area, and Claudell could fly. I mean, he just had that scooting speed. You know, you just watch his lower body just take off.
Played a long time.
Yes, he did. He did something that I think he hit the 10,000th home run in a Yankee career. I think that was the 10,000th. He did it at the Metrodome, and they threw the ball back.
Thank you very much.
I mean, 10,000th. I want to say 10,000. You know, the Yankees hit a Hall of Home run.
Yeah.
But
well, he was with a lot of teams. I know he was with the Braves for a while.
But to come up that young, no doubt that it's beginning of a great career.
Oh, and 1 to Willingham. Willingham has not joined the hit parade. He's 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a strikeout. He's had 9 hits in the game. Jackson bluffs off first and then goes back. Willingham swings and misses. Right to second. Kinsler has it, and that is going to be a double play. 4-6-3. Willingham hits into the double play. We're going to the 5th. 6-0 A's. Go deep with Sportsnet Central. It's brought to you by Hyundai. It's tonight at 10:30 on our sister station, Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Full highlights from this ball game. Highlights from the Sharks and the Wings. Game 2, that's going on right now. Giants in D.C. Nationals beat the Giants today 5-2. Jim Kozabor, Damon Andrews will host. So the Sharkies trying to go up 2-0 in their series against the Red Wings. First pitch swinging, Napoli, juggled by Pennington, and then he shows off the arm. That's out number 1. Sharks with a 2-0 lead over the Red Wings into the third period.
Now
Pennington, very good play. There's the bobble. Looks the ball back in his hand. Ultra Mo and a strong arm. And a very good throw to Derek Barton. Pounding his bare hand into his fielder's glove, shaking his head, saying, I know it's not your fault, glove. It never is. These guys have their gamers. These gloves they use a lot. And they are so comfortable with them.
Coco's coming in, but he's going to play it on a hop. So Murphy has the second hit. Did it.
Number 8, Tony Alba.
That's good. Going in again, though. Be careful. That's got ice cream headache written all over it.
Come on, spin me.
Let's take this pitch and go back, and he's still chugging. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. No napkin necessary. Just go for it.
Torrealba with a big swing to even the count at 1-1. Torrealba hit a soft line drive to Ellis in the third inning. Good breaking ball there, 1-2. 66 pitches for Gio Gonzalez.
Well, I don't know how he feels, but it looks great. Gio Gonzalez, of course, we watched him in the dugout after the last inning and just trying to stretch out the left side. But curveball breaking sharply and good fastball.
That was a good one right there, and he gets his 5th strikeout.
Well, the finishing strong of the curveball, and this is where he wants to throw it. This is what Brett Anderson tried to do yesterday, could not accomplish it. Unlike a couple of his appearances this year where he was perfect. But this curveball from Gio Gonzalez, sharp breaking down and in. Still like what Mike Scioscia said after the Angels beat Gio Gonzalez in a game that he was not particularly as good as we're seeing today. But Mike said to his team, you just beat one of the best pitchers in the American League. Be proud of it because Gio Gonzalez is that good. Gio wasn't happy with his performance, but the Angels were happy they were able to beat one of the best.
Two 2-0 to Mitch Moreland, the right fielder. Moreland struck out swinging in the third. Drills that one to right. Jackson's going to play it on a hop. Murphy will go to third. That was a well-struck ball right there. Moreland has his first hit today.
A 2 count, fastball. And again, Gio doing things now with his lead that he might not do under normal circumstances, but a fastball supposed to be away, left it inside. And really, a hitter can just sit and look fastball more so in these situations than if it were a tighter game. But the key in the case is to get ahead so that don't necessarily allow the hitter to have the opportunity to look for just the one pitch, the fastball.
Top of the order, and Kinsler takes a curveball for a strike. Kinsler is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. fastball inside corner, 0-2.
Well, the finish, the fastball inside. Tommy Cam showing right on the inside corner, and great finish by Gio with a fastball in.
Break ball bounced foul. That one probably got a little bit more of the plate than Gio wanted. I don't know, 2 count.
But if he bounces it, he probably gets a strikeout. But he left it up, and the pitch coming in on Kinsler is able to foul it. Kinsler is all over the place on top of it, so he can handle the outside pitch, and that's why a little vulnerable inside if you can get it into that little window. He went.
I think he did. No. Wow. This is Dana DeMuth.
He went more on this one than he did yesterday. Strikeout he had against Brett Anderson. His body went, but one thing that home plate umpire Doug Innings did, he did not make the call himself. He pointed to first for the appeal. The umpire had the better view.
Curveball hit hard, but foul. Kinsler 3 for 13 in the series. Murphy's at third, Moreland at first. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Broken bat. Barton races in. He's got it. Side retired. Couple of hits, couple of runners stranded by the Rangers. Bottom of the 5th coming up. 6-0 A's. .com Coliseum. See shirt sleeves. It's a beautiful day. Good so far, with Kurt Suzuki leading it off against David Bush. Kurt a base hit, knocked in a run in the 1st, reached on an error and scored a run in the 3rd. The A's have had base runners all over the place today. They got 9 hits. They've received a couple of walks. Reached on an error, hit by a pitch. And that has led to 6 runs so far. Oh, 2 to Suzuki. Hits it hard. Kinsler step out onto the grass. And that is out number 1. Well, today is the official anniversary, 1991, of Rickey Henderson passing Lou Brock. Let's listen.
Designated hitters.
And Ricky goes, a pitch taken, he's going to have it. He does. Ricky Henderson, no contest, steals third base, jerks the bag from its moorings, and holds it aloft, representing number 939.
And, of course, we had the pleasure yesterday of visiting with Ricky early in the game. Ricky Henderson bobblehead day. Always fun to talk to the Hall of Famer.
He said he would have more time today. He said, no, Ricky, yesterday's your bobblehead. Maybe he knew that today was a special day, the anniversary. It's being May 1st. But Ricky was busy. Happy to have him for the time that we did.
Matsui high and foul.
Great from our producer standpoint. Laird talking about Ricky there the first half of the inning yesterday, leading off as he always did. Now, one time they wanted him to hit third because of his power. Ricky said no. Ricky wants to lead off.
And I bet that's just the way he said it.
Ricky wanted to lead off because Ricky knew that he could do a lot of things leading off.
Ricky, we would really like for you to bat third. Ricky don't want to bat first. Because Ricky knows that Ricky can do some damage.
That's right.
In Ricky's spot in the order.
That's
right.
First.
And he did.
He could walk, he could steal, he could score, he could hit home runs. So, yeah, he wanted to lead off. He gets the extra bat and turn it over.
Tell you what, though, he could have knocked in a lot of runs hitting third. Because he was a terrific hitter, and he was a, he could hit home runs.
But it might have changed the game because you want your third place hitter to swing the bat.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, Ricky had the power to do that, but would have had to change his game to do it.
He may not have stolen
exactly.
bases.
Again, look at Ichiro and going back to the years that Wade Boggs played, 3,000 plus hits. These guys could have been big home run hitters. Ichiro right now could be a big home run hitter.
Well, the Rangers, it's an anniversary for them, too. Same year, 1991. Nolan Ryan pitched his 7th career no-hitter. He had 16 strikeouts, and he did it against a pretty good Toronto Blue Jays team. That was 1991 as well.
This is just a whole hum, just another no-hitter. Oh, thank you. My 7th catcher, Mike Stanley. 7 no-hitter, 7 different catchers.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Ricky does his thing during the day, a day game, and a night game in Texas. Nolan Ryan throws his 7th and final no-hitter.
Age 44. Wow. And also, when the A's were in Arlington, Ricky was the batter when Nolan struck out at number 5,000.
So he had 16 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 122 pitches.
At age 44.
I was going to say, he must have been pumping a lot of strikes in there, because that's not a lot of pitches for 16 strikeouts and a complete game.
For Nolan.
That was, you're right. That was probably a low amount for him.
But I know he pitched the no-hitter here. I don't know, number 5 or 6, whatever it was. I think Willie Randolph hit the foul out down in foul territory. Game was over. Where's Nolan? He's on the life cycle. He's riding his bike. I mean, he was the best conditioned athlete pitcher-wise during that period of time. He just worked constantly.
Well, David Bush, for the first time, sets down the A's in order, and we're moving to the 6th inning. 6-0 Athletics. 2011 All-Star teacher. Check out the finals bios and video features. Winning teacher receives $20,000 from his earner score. So you can go to csncalifornia.com. Elvis Andrus lines one toward left center field, and he's got himself a base hit, and he's going to try for two. The throw is just a bit late, and Andrus has a double. Second hit for Andrus in the game, fourth hit for the Rangers.
That says a lot. Good fastball. Gio threw it 95. And Elvis Andrus looking for the fastball, got it, and it's not going to wait around. Geared up a little bit extra because in his last at bat, blooped a single to right field on a similar pitch, and no hesitation, a little daring play considering they're down by 6 runs. But they do play aggressive baseball.
Michael Young steps in.
Remember Friday night when Landon Powell made the great play and threw out Nelson Cruz at second. Ron Washington said, we don't like to take away our aggressiveness, but in a case like that, when you're down 2 runs, you have to make sure you're safe. Landon made a great play, and he was out.
The wild pitch, and Andrus takes off for third, so he's going to make it with nobody out.
Another good block. This time, though, the secondary lead, plus the ball bouncing back to the right. And that was the curveball, and Andrus had a huge lead off second, able to make it into third without a throw.
Fastball runs inside to Michael Young. Young struck out looking in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the fourth. This one's bounced through the hole on the left side, and that's a base hit, and the Rangers are on the board as Andrus trots home. So Michael Young continues his strong hitting this season. He picks up his 20th RBI.
Cannot take anything for granted. Right now, the Rangers dugout very happy. They're on the board, and I'll be thinking that's one of many we could score. So Gio kind of hung a curveball. I think kind of threw that one for a strike instead of trying to get a swing. He wanted the called strike, and Michael Young too good of a hitter for it.
Beltre drives one to center, but Coco Crisp is going to get back, and he's got plenty of room. So Beltre is 0 for 3. And that's the first out here in the 6th. '83 pitches for Gio Gonzalez.
A lot of times a pitcher will know. Gio didn't realize that Beltre tried to hit it out the deepest part of the park.
Nelson Cruz, who has struck out and grounded out, steps in. Sometimes, Ray, teams that hit a lot of home runs like the Rangers, you know, they're always scary, but sometimes they're scary when you're way ahead in a game because they have the ability to catch up quickly with the long ball. So that's where you have to be careful in situations like this.
Everybody in the lineup today for the Rangers has at least one. A couple have 7, 1 6, 1 5. So definitely true. That's why you minimize the number of guys on base and do not want one of the power hitters to come up like this guy who can make it a 3-run game.
Fastball runs away, so the count now full with Mike Napoli in the on-deck circle. Short lead for Michael Young at first. Payout pitch is bounced toward Pennington. He's got it. And Mark Ellis on the turn, and that's a double play. So the Rangers get a run on 2 hits. Bottom of the 6th coming up. 6-1 Athletics. Freeze Cam. Coors Light Freeze Cam is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. A 6, Rangers 1. Bottom of the 6th inning. It will be Andy LaRoche, Cliff Pennington, and Coco Crisp facing David Bush. Bush has gone 3 1/3 so far out of the bullpen. Pitch strike to LaRoche. All the games final now in the American League. Told you earlier, Cleveland beat Detroit 5-4. They got a go-ahead run in the bottom of the 8th inning. So the Indians have won 6 in a row overall, and they have won 13 consecutive home games. They'll have a day off tomorrow, so they will be flying to the Bay Area tomorrow.
That would be a happy flight. And one of the guys on that plane who's been doing a great job, a former A's shortstop, Orlando Cabrera, at the game winner last night in the 13th, and was instrumental today in their come from behind. With a run scoring single left, so Orlando, the veteran, no doubt getting his team, new team, pumped up again.
So the Indians come out. The Indians also play in San Francisco this year, so they'll have an extra West Coast trip.
You know, amazing with the win today by the Tribe, Chicago, Minnesota are 10 back in the division on May 1st.
Well, that may be as amazing as
yeah.
LaRoche strikes out.
Time now for the Ford right choice, and we talked about the big lead the A's have, but how about this 3-2? A great curveball to Nelson Cruz results in a 6-4-3 double play. Now Cruz had to be sitting fastball, but Gio, a rare occurrence, especially with a big lead, to drop a 3-2 curve. So more than likely, his catcher Kurt Suzuki said, let's go with the curve, get him to roll over, hit on top of the ball, and a tailor-made 6-4-3 to two of the best, turning the double play. Pennington to Ellis to Derek Barton out of the inning. So with the big lead, still not afraid to throw the good curveball. You got that guy turning the double play at second. It was perfect.
1-0 pitch to Pennington is a strike, 1-1. The Orioles beat the White Sox 6-4 today. Zach Britton becoming a big story. The rookie left-hander. He is 5-1 now for the Orioles. So White Sox continue to struggle. When Kansas City beat Minnesota 10-3. Boy, the Twins, unbelievable. They have lost 6 straight, and they have the worst record in baseball.
Who started the game for the Twins?
Carl Pavano.
What did he do to the dugout?
He beat up the dugout, and it was one of the better snaps you've seen from a pitcher. Kinsler goes to backhand it, and it goes under his glove and into short right center field. So Kinsler probably should have made that play, but Pennington will be aboard. We'll see what the ruling is. So right here's what you're talking about. The AL Central, is it backwards? Some people say yes, but give the Indians credit. And those 3 teams at the bottom, the Tigers lost today. They have lost 6 in a row. The White Sox lost today. They have lost 5 in a row. And the Twins lost. They have lost 6 in a row. 10 games out is 10 games out. I don't care if it's the second week of the season. That's a ways back. So that division right there is probably the most interesting division in baseball as far as surprises, good and bad.
And the biggest thing there, it is May 1st, and you can say a lot of baseball remaining, but teams that get that far behind and under 500, you have to get back to 500 first, and you have to hope the team that's leading by that many games falls off the map. You know?
And there's 3 teams in between you and the first place team that they have to struggle too. So those are big holes to come out of, and certainly there's plenty of time to do it, but you're right. 10 games, 10 games. Pennington takes off. The throw to second base is a good one, and Pennington is out. Torrealba threw a strike to second base. He has always had a good arm.
Coco did a very good job trying to distract the hitter by the catcher by squaring around to bunt, pulling the bat back. but Torrealba did not and was not affected. And Elvis Andrus with his knee on the bag, a quick tag, hitting Cliff Pennington.
Count 0-1 to Coco Crisp, who's 2 for 3. The Red Sox beat the Mariners 3-2, and Seattle's 5-game losing streak comes to an end.
See, that's the way Pennington and Ellis do at second base, and great throw by Torrealba. But when you have the middle infielder straddling the bag, you can do so many better things that way instead of trying to take the throw in front.
And it certainly helps to have a throw right on the bag.
Exactly.
Carl Crawford singled home a run with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning to give the Red Sox that lead, or to give the Red Sox the win. Yankees beat Toronto 5-2. Curtis Granderson is off to a great start. He had his 8th home run today. Mark Teixeira hit his 7th. So the Yankees are 16-9. Mentioned the Angels win. Interesting note from that Angels game, though. Jared Weaver was scheduled to start. Of course, Weaver 6-0, but he had a bad stomach virus, and he was scratched from that start, pushed back, so he will start Monday, tomorrow, at Fenway Park.
That's probably not from the food in the clubhouse. The Rays clubhouse, at least from the visiting side, one of the best. Matt Gallagher with the head man there. They've got a kitchen that's, you know, the couches to watch the games, all kinds of goodies. Guys just enjoy going out to about 12 o'clock for a 7 o'clock game.
Just like being in your living room. Coco grounds it to Andrus at short, and that will do it. So an error, but nothing else, and we're on to the 7th inning. The A's still lead 6-1.
Youth baseball and help make a moment kids will never forget.
Gio Gonzalez, 6 good innings. He's 1 run on 5 hits. First pitch to Mike Napoli is in first strike. Napoli, Murphy, Torrealba for the Rangers. Rangers got their only run last inning, and Andrus double, Michael Young single.
Gio approaching 100 pitches, so Brad Ziegler's going to get loose in the bullpen. It'd be nice for Gio to get through 7. Up down a little bit too much on that fastball. Brad Ziegler, big Sharks fan, big hockey fan. Enjoyed watching the Sharks on TV in the clubhouse. And tried to say hello to him. He said, locked in, the Sharks are playing.
Well, he was a happy man that Sharks just finished up game 2 with the win. 2-1 Sharks over the Detroit Red Wings. So the Sharks have a 2-0 lead in that series. So we're rooting for the Sharks. Now they got to go to Detroit. Ooh, fastball and a good one. Swing and a miss.
Oh, that's great. Just clear back and throw. 93 with a fastball. Mike Napoli, an excellent fastball hitter, but Gio Gonzalez did it in the first inning and still doing it here in the 7th. That one a little bit up and away, but maybe close enough that Mike Napoli was not going to take a chance with it. Big swing. Could not catch up to the good fastball.
First pitch to Murphy's a strike. 6 strikeouts now for Gio Gonzalez. He has walked 1. Giving up 5 hits, 1 of them a single by David Murphy. So game 3 of that Sharks Red Wings series will be Wednesday in Detroit. You can see the game on Comcast Sportsnet California. Coverage starts at 4:30.
So they call it Hockey Town, right?
Hockey Town,
Detroit.
That is a good hockey town.
Mike Ilitch, the owner of not only the Red Wings, but also the Tigers.
Indeed. So 7 strikeouts now for Gio Gonzalez.
As part of Cinco de Mayo, 10,000 A's fans will receive an Athletico's t-shirt presented by Chevy. Pick up a week on May the 5th with a sunny afternoon game at the Coliseum as the A's take on the Red Hot Cleveland Indians. For tickets, call 877-493-BALL or go to oaklandathletics.com/tickets. We just want the Indians to show up Tuesday night wearing their home jerseys.
You may want to take them along. Upcoming series, but remember these A's and the Rangers will play tomorrow at 12:30. So a Monday afternoon game, a wraparound game.
It's not a holiday.
Yeah. Feels like it.
Sure does.
We'll have that game for you here at Comcast Sportsnet California. So day baseball on a Monday. Gio right at 100, so Brad Ziegler starts to throw out in the A's bullpen. To Torrey Alma.
From a good change up first pitch, got Torrey Alma to swing at the pitch, thinking it was going to be a fastball.
See, there's that again. 3-1. Torrey Alma was looking for a fastball, and he's a little bit late.
94 fastball, and Gio like to just finish it off right here.
Pretty consistent. Look at those numbers. 3-2, the fastball misses inside. So that's the second walk.
Had a little bit more of a hesitation as he started his windup. Maybe just knowing that he's going to throw the fastball, want to get a little bit extra on it.
Now batting.
Watch him in the windup. Normally he pauses a little bit, but watch how long he takes here before he finally delivers it and then just overthrows it a bit inside.
So the 9th place hitter Mitch Moreland steps in.
Seagulls are coming in early today.
Yeah, what's the deal? They must be hungry, huh?
Did Jack drop anything down there?
I'm sure there was a few food particles dropped in section 113.
See the shadows of the Seagulls over the front of plate. Perched up, but some of them would get a little bit anxious.
I don't know that I've ever See this at 3:15 in the afternoon. Moreland hit by a pitch. So now 2 on, 2 out. Bob Guerin's coming out. And he's looking down, and he's made the move. So at 105 pitches, Gio Gonzalez is going to come out of the game. 6 2/3 innings. Time. Do have 2 on, 2 out for Kinsler. Kinsler lines one to the gap, and that's trouble. It's going to get down, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall, and 2 runs are going to score. No, they're not, as they hold up Moreland. Wow.
Thank you.
Indeed. So Torrealba scores, but Moreland was held up.
Dave Anderson, third base coach, knows that they're down, and rather than take a chance, he's got Elvis Andrus coming up. The frisbee hung right in the middle of the plate. And a line drive of the gap looked like with 2 outs. And Moreland, not that slow. Coco got the ball back in quickly enough, got it to Pennington, and that's when Dave Anderson held up Moreland at third base.
So here's Elvis Andrus, and now this becomes a very important at bat. 2nd and 3rd. So Kinsler with his 13th RBI. Rolls foul past Anderson, the third base coach. Good season so far for Ziegler. His 11th appearance. He's yet to give up an earned run. He's got a save. Runs in 6 2/3 innings. He is responsible for Moreland at third. Toward Barton at first, and Ziegler gets Andrus, and only 1 run scores for the Rangers. 7th inning stretch, 6-2. A's 6, Rangers 2. Bottom of the 7th inning. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Ryan Tucker comes in. We saw Tucker in game 1 of the series. He'll face Barton, Jackson, and Willingham. Barton, a walk and a run scored. That was in the first. He doubled in the second, struck out in the fourth. So Ray, May 1st. So April is in the books. He's finished that month with a 13-14 record. So month 2 of this baseball season is here. Looking at the A's schedule. A lot of baseball. This is the next 2 weeks. The Indians will be here, and then the A's go to Kansas City, to Texas. Now, interesting thing, see May 12th. Now that is an off day. It's the only off day the A's have in the month of May. They will be busy, busy people.
That means it's going to be a great month of A's baseball, playing every day without one day.
Just the 12th. That is it.
And that's usually about a 20-game max that you can play consecutively.
They have maxed out.
Have a day off, but you know, you play your best baseball when you're playing every day. You get a nice rhythm, and it'll be June 1st before you know it. And the A's will be about, I don't know, 19-11, something in the month of May.
Indeed.
First place in the division.
17 home games, 13 road games in May to add up to 30. But remember, 3 of those 13 road games will be in San Francisco, which helps out the travel part of it. That one's hit to right center and hit pretty well. Moreland is back. He's near the wall, and he missed it. And Barton's going to dig around second. He's going to head for third, and he's going to make it standing up as the ball trickles away from Kinsler. Boy, the Rangers have been very sloppy today. Very sloppy.
Now, Derek Barton hit this ball probably thinking he might have a chance to hit his first home run of the season. Looking at the view quarters to see what kind of swirling winds might be out there. And Moreland got to it and clanked it. He was actually looking up, maybe from Murphy. I got it. He looked away wide. Then he couldn't pick the ball up, and he missed it. Off the end of the glove and kind of backpedaling a little bit as he tried to catch the ball. But if you yell, I got it, you go get it. And you don't worry about it. Center fielder, I mean, it's more of a right fielder's ball anyway.
And it's an error.
Yeah.
So that is 3 errors in the game by the Rangers. So the infield comes in, a shot to Beltre. What a play. So Jackson thought maybe he had a base hit and an RBI. Beltre thinks otherwise, and that was a very, very difficult play.
Well, Beltre and Derek Barton, no contact play, and Beltre, this patent stopped and flat foot. I mean, he has a tremendously strong arm and just kind of slings the ball with a lot of accuracy. The Gold Gloves that he won with the Seattle Mariners.
This one's popped up, and this could be playable. Napoli fighting that sun. Still on the move, and he goes to a basket catch. He sails into the dugout.
Oh. And Barton was going to score. He was tagging and waited to make the call.
He just picked up the ball.
Yeah, he dropped it.
I think he dropped it.
Yeah, the first base umpire, Dennis Demuth, was right there and put his hands out, indicating no catch. But
what an effort. Oh, man.
Now Barton's got to go back to third, and Bob Guerin's going to ask.
Well, Dana Demuth was right over there.
Yeah, and if it's no catch, you can't tag. You can't leave the field of play either. But
well, if you make the catch and leave the field of play, then the run, you automatically get a base.
He's juggling all the way, and then as he tumbled into the dugout with help from his teammates, which he had help there. and then slid. Of course, there's a wood plank on top of the dugout. Watch him slide, trying to hold up, and then his feet right there. His foot gives out from under him, the right one, and goes down. And that's a big boy to try to stop. So they took him to the side.
Swing and a miss, 0-2. I think he may have caught this, Ray. Just watch.
Well, he's got it there.
No, but watch now.
Yeah.
Watch it go into his glove.
Yep.
And there he's got it. And then he falls into the dugout.
Yeah.
Now,
did he drop it when he got
we
the
also
dugout?
saw him pick up the baseball. So now it may have trickled out, but he had it in that shot.
But it was a continuation, and the ground can cause a fumble in baseball.
So I think Dana DeMuth, when he got over there, he saw maybe the ball on the ground.
Yeah.
But all in all, it was a terrific effort by Napoli, and he almost made the play. But if he does make the play, he's going to run.
Right. And the infield is in. They hope to get the run anyway, as Josh Willingham, or is it Willington?
It is Willington.
Somebody called him Willington between innings. Who was that?
Grounded. Kinsler's coming home. The throw is right there. Torrealba puts the tag on Barton. So Torrealba hung in there, and Barton is thrown out at the plate.
Well, it's one out. You go on contact. Derek Barton down the line, and as soon as contact was made, he took off, and Torrealba caught the ball in front of the plate. Tagged him high, but his foot wasn't in there anyway. That's a block and kind of an olay at the same time. Taking the impact of the slide. So a gift run there for the taking so far. Not able to get it. At least now the runner at first.
So Kurt Suzuki will hit here. Brett Balfour heating up for the A's. It's been an interesting inning, but no run scored for the A's. Not yet, anyways. One for 3 for Suzuki today. The Rangers have made 3 errors.
Made 4 on Friday night. My calculations were correct.
So they now have the same amount of errors as the A's do on the season, 25. There's a strike, 1-1. Willingham goes, pitches up and in. Torrealba's throw, and it's just a bit late. Willingham gets in. Another good throw by Torrealba, but this time it was just late.
Well, this time his second baseman, Ian Kinsler, caught the ball in front of the bag. And in a situation like this, pretty good pitch to throw, but the swipe tag by Ian Kinsler. Look how far he's in front of the bag. If he's on the bag, it's a much closer play, and he might have been able to just drop the glove, but Willingham threw or slid to the outfield side of the bag, and a good job of getting around the tag.
Another one up and in to Suzuki, so it's 3-1. So Willingham with the stolen base. He's had 22 stolen bases on the year. Fastball on 3-1 right there for strike. So the payoff pitch from Tucker to Suzuki is hit up the middle into center field, a base hit. Willingham will score, so the stolen base helps out the Athletics get another run. A couple of RBIs today for Kurt Suzuki.
Malia should have been born earlier. Suzuki has this kind of production since her birth. Fastball right back up the middle. Got the count to 3-2, and after the stolen base, Willingham scores easily. Kurt Suzuki, a good day. Blocking the ball thrown by Gio Gonzalez. Calling a good game, and now the big run scoring single.
Matsui watches that one go by, and it sails to the backstop. And Suzuki goes to second.
A wild pitch, but Torrealba just reached back to his right, and that's when you have the setup outside and the pitch is inside. They're talking about the divisions and the Central, which, you know, maybe it's not so upside down, but if you look at the American League West with the Mariners, although they lost today, but they were 13 and 15 starting play today, so it's a very even division. They shut out the Red Sox last night, and with Felix Hernandez on the mound today, Red Sox beat them, but you know, that's a good tight division. And the Angels have already won, so if the A's hang on here, they'll pick up a game. It'll be 2, and the 2 teams at the top tied with the Mariners. So Eric Wedge has his team playing well. I think after Doug Fister and the Mariners shut out the Red Sox last night with King Felix on the mound today, they felt pretty good about themselves.
2-0 pitch to Matsui, up and away.
Green light.
You calling it?
Light.
Well, those Mariners will have an off day tomorrow, and then they will head home. And they will play these Texas Rangers. Up and away, and there's a walk. That's the third walk the Rangers pitchers have issued. Pedro Strop starts to warm up.
Tucker came in on Friday night in relief of C.J. Wilson and struck out the side. Struck out Kuzman, Powell, and Pennington with some lightning fastballs. And this afternoon, maybe the everybody's right fielder didn't help. Does not seem to be thrown with the same velocity as we saw on Friday.
He's with a run on just 1 hit so far in this inning. Mark Ellis looking for his first hit. He got a hanger and he fouled it back, so he's behind in the count 0-2. A couple of ground outs and a fly ball to center field today for Ellis. Mark struggling with the average down to 186. He's trying to get going. And he shoots that one to right. Moreland coming in, and he reaches down and he makes a nice running catch. So Ellis lines out. A's get a run with a little help from shaky defense by the Rangers. Beautiful day at the ballpark, and the A's with a 7-2 lead over the Texas Rangers. It is the top of the 8th inning. The A's go back to the bullpen when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Grant Balfour for his 12th appearance this year, so he's been busy. 12 appearances in this is the A's 28th game of the year.
Like that 10 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts for the hard-throwing right-hander.
So he will face Michael Young, Adrian Beltre, Nelson Cruz. So 3 good right-handed hitters.
That's a 5-run lead cushion that Bob Guerin talked about, that he'd like to protect the 2 guys in the back end of the bullpen. One on Balfour, the other Fuentes, but that extra run last inning, especially with the gift run, the A's will take it, giving them a 5-run lead.
Slider, Young takes down and away. Michael Young's average with his 1 for 3 today, same as it was at the start of the day, 342. 3rd best in the American League.
One of the best sights to see is the hitter as good as Michael Young in the first inning. A 1-2 curveball from Gio Gonzalez. 3rd out, he just saw the pitch, walked away, knowing it was strike 3, and it was. As Gio struck out 7. I got him for 4 with a curveball, 3 with a fastball. A very good outing for the A's starter.
3-1 pitch is high, and that's a leadoff walk. So Young is aboard.
Now batting, number 29, Adrian Beltre.
So Beltre will hit. Quiet afternoon so far for Beltre. 2 pop-outs and a fly-out.
I don't know if it's so quiet for the fans of the bleachers with those seagulls. Yeah,
wow, that's unbelievable. I've never seen that many. I mean, they are all over the place.
But at San Francisco last year, I think
well,
it was the Bay Bridge Series.
There, yeah.
I mean, they were on the field in about the 7th inning, but they
were moving.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, they're up in the 3rd deck.
I mean, this is taking a little bit longer, but still, it's not a 3-hour game. Usually, they know about 4 o'clock should be over, and then they start coming in. But not this early, so they must really be hungry.
The tarped deck up on Mount Davis is.
That's right.
They are zeroing in up there. Ricky's getting bothered.
Well, they may start skiing off of that Mount Davis.
That would be fun. Big bouncer. LaRoche charges. He'll go to second. The out there. Back to first, not in time.
But we talked so much about the middle infielder. Take a look at a couple of plays. Yuri Torrealba on the left side with Pennington. Look at Elvis Andrus, what he does at shortstop. Second base, he straddles the bag, makes the tag. Now with Willingham sitting, it's a similar throw. But the second baseman, Ian Kinsler, takes the throw in front of the bag. Look, he catches it, then he has to swipe. If he's on the bag, similar to that of Elvis Andrus, he catches the ball, tag comes down. Maybe the A's don't score. But when you catch the ball in front of the bag and have to bring it back, you've got that movement of about 3 feet instead of just dropping the glove straight down. So
well, that was a perfect illustration of something you do talk about a lot.
Well,
you saw it right there.
And it's so important from the catcher standpoint because guys are going to get good jumps. But if a runner sees the guy, middle infielder, in front of the bag, he's going to slide to the outside. It's farther for him to catch the ball and bring it back. Whereas Elvis Andrus did it perfectly by just catch the ball, dropping the tag. That's what Pennington did the other night, Friday, when Landon Powell threw out Nelson Cruz, who tried to go with a secondary lead. It's very frustrating for a catcher to make a good throw
I would think.
And, you know, and not have the results be what you want.
Cruz didn't agree with the strike call to make it 1-2. Fastball, swing and a miss. Cruz 0 for 4 today with a couple of strikeouts. That's 8 strikeouts by A's pitchers.
Gio got him in the second inning with a 2-2 curveball, got him to hit it to a double play with another great curveball. 3-2. Grant Balfour blows the fastball by him. And great location outside. And Nelson Cruz, as strong as he is, could not catch up to a good fastball.
2 outs for Napoli. Napoli is 0 for 3. So Beltre 0 for 4, Cruz 0 for 4, Napoli 0 for 3, and that's your 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Fastball first strike, 1-1, 94 miles an hour from Balfour. Napoli a couple of strikeouts today and the ground out. So 3-1 with Murphy in the on-deck circle. Balfour. The pitch, and that was popped foul. So 3-1. Napoli got a fastball and fouled it back.
Mike Napoli yesterday hit a breaking pitch, curveball to right center for a home run. Nice, easy swing. But today he's had fastball counts. And instead of that nice, easy swing, he's just trying to swing a little bit too hard.
And he skies this one, shallow right.
Look out for the Seagulls.
Connor Jackson picks the baseball and he makes the catch. Side retired. Bottom of the 8th coming up. 7-2 Athletic. Jackson with a 2-run double in the very first inning. A little bit later on in that inning, Kurt Suzuki with a single. The A's scored 3 times in the first. He scored another run in the second and a couple more in the third. Matsui with a double, and then Pennington So lots of offense today. And Gio Gonzalez, just a couple of earned runs in 6 2/3 innings. Gio, 105 pitches today. So the A's with the 7-2 lead over the Texas Rangers, trying to win second time out of the first 3 games in this series. 2-6-3 for Texas, 7-10-0 for the Athletics. Ground ball up the middle. And Andy LaRoche with another base hit. So LaRoche is 2 for 3. New pitcher, when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and tune up your oil change, tune up and small experts.
Number 2,
Pedro Strop, the right-hander, comes in. 9 strikeouts in 7 2/3 innings for Strop. He's 25 years old. 7 games in 09 out of the Rangers bullpen. 15 games last year. Not have a lot of success at the big league level in either of those 2 years, but off to a good start this year. From the Dominican Republic. One and 1 the count to Cliff Pennington as Preslow starts to throw. Starts to throw out in the bullpen, I should say. Runner goes, and the pitch is sliced foul.
Well, some broadcasters have said other things about what the guy's doing in the bullpen.
Well, he's just throwing. He's not doing anything near what I said he was doing.
Well, you hope he's not doing the opposite of throwing down.
That's true.
Which the broadcasters have said.
That's a good.
And that's not a way to come into a game if you're doing that.
Pennington had an RBI hit in the 3rd inning today, picking up his 7th RBI of the year. So reached on an error, so he's 1 for 3. Bottom of the 8th inning. Make sure you join us tomorrow. (12:30) our coverage starts here on Comcast Sportsnet California. Pitching matchup for tomorrow's game. A's will send Brandon McCarthy to the mound. He will be opposed by Derek Holland. Holland, the young left-hander. So McCarthy and Holland tomorrow, 12:30. A's have 11 hits in the ball game today. 5 doubles. Another foul ball by Pennington. He can spoil some pitches. The diamond level seats about as close as you're going to get to the field. It is as close as you're going to get to the field here at the Coliseum.
And be closer to home plate than the pitcher.
Yeah. Just missed, and it's a full count. Strop thought he had strike 3 on Pennington. Breslow still down in the bullpen, but he's just standing and watching, so he is loose and ready. Roach goes. Ball's bounced to Napoli, who picks it, steps on first, and gets Pennington. So LaRoche to second base.
Mark, $2 Wednesdays are back every Wednesday this season. You can get a Plaza Level, Plaza Outfield, or Plaza Reserve ticket for just $2. Take advantage of this special offer during some of the biggest matchups of the year, where the Rangers, the Yankees, Indians will be in next Wednesday, and more. Get tickets for all bar $2 Wednesdays at the Coliseum box office by phone at 877-493-BALL. And to order online, visit oaklandathletics.com. And what a day. Mark, $2 Wednesday. It's a night game, followed by Thursday day game against the Cleveland Indians. So the Tribe in town. Not a pushover.
Nope.
Not that any team is, but sometimes a team comes in, you think you got a chance to win easily, but that's not going to be the case.
Coco Crisp is 2 for 4. And he takes strike 2. Tyson Ross on Tuesday against the Indians against Fausto Carmona. Trevor Cahill and Josh Tomlin on Wednesday, and then that day game on Thursday. Brett Anderson and Jeanmar Gomez. Josh Tomlin is 4-0. Trevor Cahill 4-0, so that will be the Wednesday matchup.
Brett Anderson will be looking for a bounce back.
Yep, and he will probably have it. Bounce slowly toward Kinsler, who charges, quickly throws to first to get Coco Crisp for the second out. The numbers on those starters. Carmona, ERA up over 5. Gomez, the youngster. We will televise a couple of those games, but Thursday will not be televised.
What's that young man's name?
Jeanmar. And that is a complete guess. But it sounded good.
You shouldn't have said that. You should have just said, of course, it's Jeanmar.
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 I just hope I'm right. If I'm not, well.
You won't be here Thursday to talk about it.
That's true. He is pitching Thursday, and it's a non-televised game, so I felt like I could take a chance. But we like seeing the Indians here. Friends Rick Manning, Tom Hamilton, Mike Hegan.
You know Tom Hamilton's been screaming a lot for those wins in Cleveland. Those come from behind victories. He is a very exciting broadcaster, whether they're winning by 20 or losing by 20.
Tough hop. Napoli hangs with it, and he'll step on the bag side, retired. A's get a single, and they leave the runner, and we're headed to the ninth. A's trying to wrap it up. A 7-2 lead. 7-2, the A's lead the Rangers. We have reached the 9th inning from the Overstock.com Coliseum. And Craig Breslow is going to try to get the final 3 outs when it's time for a change. Think speedy oil change and tune up your oil tank, tune up your smog experts. So Breslow facing Murphy, and then it'll be Torrealba, and then it will be Mitch Moreland. He's won game 1, Rangers won game 2. Next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the A's will be in Arlington for the first time this year for a 3-game series. Pennington ranging far to his left, throws, and the throw pulls Barton off the bag, and Murphy will be aboard. It's a base hit for Murphy.
Time now for the Fremont Bank plays of the game. Gio Gonzalez, what a great performance. Last 2 starts, not Gio type, but today he was outstanding here at the Coliseum in those alternate gold jerseys. He had the curveball working, the hard curve down and in, a good fastball. Blew away Moreland there, and Gio Gonzalez, who we'll find out what happened to him in the 4th inning when he reached back and his left side a little bit, but bottom line, he finished very strongly. And Gio, 6 2/3 inning with 7 strikeouts, and I've got him with 4 with a curveball and 3 with a fastball, and very good.
Brian Fuentes gets up. So here's Torrealba. Torrealba is 0 for 2. He walked and scored in the 7th inning. There's a good fastball from Breslow on the inside corner, called a strike.
The best thing Craig Breslow can do is keep his back to the bullpen and not see Brian Fuentes warming up.
That one is just foul. So in this particular case, then the fact that he's left-handed is an advantage.
Exactly.
That's a good one. You're right.
But
So,
I mean, you know, the thing is, and of course, you want to win every game. But from the pitcher's standpoint, coming in with a 5-run lead in the 9th inning, you want to say, you know, that's my inning. I'll get the 3 outs and, you know, save the rest of the bullpen.
Yep. That's a base hit to right field. Torrealba just pokes it that way. So back-to-back hits to start the 9th. Well, the Rangers are trying to make things interesting. 2 on, nobody out for the left-handed hitting Mitch Moreland. And Bob Guerin is walking to the mound. He has not made the call yet.
And he looked down to find out if Fuentes was ready. That was before he left the dugout.
He has made the call. So the closer's coming in. A's with a 7-2 lead. Sportsnet Bay Area. Lots of baseball highlights from this A's Rangers game, also the Giants Nationals game, and the Sharks beat the Red Wings in Game 2 2-0. So Sharks have a 2-0 lead in that series. So we'll have all that and more on Sportsnet Central. Jim Cosmore and David Andrews will have all the highlights. Brian Fuentes comes in. He's got 7 saves. This is not a save opportunity for him. 2 on, nobody out for Moreland. For this to have been a save, the tying run would have had to have been in the on-deck circle. In this case, Kinsler in the on-deck circle is not the tying run. 0-1 to Moreland, who is 1 for 2 with a single. He was hit by a pitch. He pops one up. Willingham coming in, and now he's going to get under it, and he's got it for out number 1. So Moreland is retired. And now you got a handful of tough right-handed hitters. It starts with Kinsler, who doubled home a run in the 7th inning. Fastball for a strike, 89 miles an hour. It's been Gonzalez, then Ziegler, Balfour, Breslow, and now Fuentes. So 4 relievers. Fuentes pitched in Game 1 of the series, and he got the save. On a run in the 9th. Held on for the save. Into Kinsler. Elvis Andrus in the on-deck circle.
You know, one of the things for the A's until Andrew Beta comes back, of course, Brian Fuentes approaching 200 saves in his career, is the closer for the Athletics, but it's almost like that there's Andrews still in the bullpen. It's almost like Fuentes coming in like it's the 8th inning, kind of a setup role. But he is the closer, and you know, normally a closer likes to come in if the game is a little bit more on the line. And he's trying to get this win, even with a 5-run lead in the 9th inning. But I don't think we'll see Andrew Bailey, when he does come back, pitching more than the 9th and probably in a safe situation because of the addition of Fuentes and Balfour into the bullpen. Not to mention Ziegler, Breslow, guys who have done the job also, among others.
Kinsler checks his swing at a pitch that looked like it was low. So now it's a full count.
And Seagull's not even waiting. They are perching in the outfield. Heck with us. We're looking for some discarded sunflower seeds. We're looking for something.
Once they land, they are here to stay.
When the fans put up umbrellas, you know they're in trouble.
And they're also smart. 3-2 pitch. Kinsler swings and misses. No, he didn't. He popped it up. I thought he swung and missed.
Well, he swung at ball 4.
He sure did.
When you're down 5 runs and you aggressively go after a pitch that's out of the strike zone, it's expanding. That's a good idea, but this clearly a ball. I mean, not even close, and all he could do is get under the ball and hit it straight up in the air. He knows it, but fortunately, it was a pitch that he couldn't do much with, and Brian Fuentes got away with one.
He did, and I think he may have swung at ball 4 twice.
Well, on the check swing, you're right, 3-1.
So 2 outs. Here's Elvis Andrus. First pitch strike to Andrus. Andrus is 2 for 4. He's got a single, he's got a double, and a run scored. 5 for 12 in the series. Fuentes now ahead of the count 0-2. So the crowd this afternoon, 15,178. Most of them still around. They will get up on their feet as the A's trying to get win number 14, get back to the 500 mark.
Started April the 1st, losing to Felix Hernandez and the Mariners. They'd like to start the month of May, winning the first game of the month.
Fuentes, the 0-2 pitch, up and away. Blocked by Suzuki, so it was 0-2, now it's 2-2. Michael Young would be next if Andrus get aboard, but Fuentes would like to end this baby right here. Now Fuentes is ready, so is Andrus. Foul ball, so the count stays 2-2. Now Suzuki and Fuentes going to have just a quick chat. Murphy at second, Torrey Alba at first.
You don't want that guy coming up. Adrian Beltre, he would be in the hole, as they say. He following Michael Young, and it's a dangerous guy to come up. I think we saw that Friday night, right?
Yeah. Strike 3 called on the inside corner, and that's the ball game. So the Rangers strand a pair in the top of the 9th inning. Brian Fuentes comes in and gets the final 3 outs. And Gio Gonzalez gets his 3rd win of the year. And the A's are back at 500 at 14-14. Final score, the Athletics beat the Rangers this afternoon 7-2. Don't go away. A's postgame live with Henry Warford and Shooty Babbitt starts